This is Dolany TV, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Edmonton Oilers discussion here on the channel. And today, while you've already probably beat it to death on Twitter, you've probably discussed it with your friend, you've probably seen it in the newspapers, you've seen it everywhere. I'm getting to this way late because this was a half-hour kind of snap around. Actually, let me check the timestamps on Twitter on this whole deal before I get into it. So, at 7:03 a.m. our time here, Mountain Time in Alberta, it's reported that a KHL team named Jokerit has announced a one-year deal with Jesse Puljujärvi, and then all of a sudden, bang, 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 Mr. Ryan Rishaug, a couple minutes, 20 minutes later, jumps on it. Understanding is negotiations between Puljujärvi and Oilers are ongoing, and a KHL deal would come as a surprise to the team. Not free to sign with another league until the end of June, and is continuing his injury rehab in cooperation with the team. Then, okay, we're going up the level, right? Some no-name dude reporting something from somewhere in Finland. That was where we were at step one. Step two is Ryan Rishaug, the local guy, of course, for the Oilers, for TSN. And then Darren Dreger gets up here and gets the stuff going. No deal. Marcus Leto, agent for Puljujärvi, provided TSN with this response. Jesse is in Edmonton rehabbing and training. He feels great. NHL is the first option. So, where does that leave us? A report stemming right, well, when most of us are either A, getting to work or waking up in the morning. Well, that's scary friggin' news to wake up to, especially considering no matter which side of the fence you're on. I don't care if you're in the camp that I seem to tend to be in all the time, in trade Puljujärvi, get the maximum return, let's go, or if you're in the keep Puljujärvi camp. It's scary news either way. And realistically, okay, well, 20 minutes later, maybe it's not for sure. Okay, that's better news. And then the no deal is really good news. However, all in all, this all combined rolled into a morning is actually very bad news for the Edmonton Oilers in such of negotiating. Because now, I don't care if this was a plan by Jesse Puljujärvi's agent, Jesse Puljujärvi, his Jokerit team, whatever. Whoever's plan this was, or whoever threw this out there, however it got out there, hampers the ability Ken Holland has to A, negotiate a cheap contract with Jesse Puljujärvi, or B, to trade him. Because now you've got this imaginative, with it being fake news kind of deal, it's an imaginative threat. But it's one that can materialize into something if things don't go the way Jesse Puljujärvi and his agent would like. You understand where I'm thinking here? It's not that it's at all a thing, but it's that it could be a thing. It's a possibility now. You know what? I've floated the idea of trading Puljujärvi, the possibility of keeping him, floating the lineup around a couple of times. I've literally had one guy in the comments section, anytime Jesse Puljujärvi's name is in the title of the video. You can go through, maybe he missed a video or two. He says Jesse will not re-sign. He will be in Finland or the KHL. That's what that guy said. I can't remember the name. I couldn't even find the comment. But he said it multiple times. I've replied to it. Really, like, come on, where are you getting this information? And now, you know what? You have maybe a guy from Finland who's a Jesse Puljujärvi homer and wants to see his favorite player back in his home country playing for his hometown team. You know where I'm going with that. But now you see this surface, and especially in kind of the position I get to be in thanks to you guys tuning in every day, I get a great kind of sense of where not one or two people are at, but usually 30 people a day are at. And that's a really interesting thing when you start noticing the patterns and you start seeing one guy really has maybe an inside track on a player for whatever reason, and then something like this materializes, however fake, however real, however imaginative, whatever word you want to describe today's whole Jesse Puljujärvi, Jokerit KHL fiasco was. You see that there's something there. I couldn't really put my finger on it when I was thinking of it earlier this morning, right? I'm in the truck talking to a couple guys on Twitter, and then all of a sudden one buddy's like, hey, actually it was Hot Take Hockey. I'm going to throw his name out there because he busted it to me. It's like, hey, you got to check out that Puljujärvi news. And then all of a sudden you're looking and you know, what the heck is all this? But now that I've come home, I've kind of gone through the news, and then I get ready to do the video and I take stock of what I know, what I don't know, what I need to know, and suddenly you're sitting here and, wait a minute, I know somebody who's been yelling about this for pretty much since February. So, where does this leave us? That's kind of the question, and I've already touched on that in essence. Where does this leave the Edmonton Oilers? Fake news, real news, imaginative news, me creating trade speculation that Travis Konecny's coming to the Oilers. Whatever rate of crazy you want to put this Jesse Puljujärvi news on the scale today, it is just as such more leverage that Jesse Puljujärvi and his agent have in negotiations. Now, on the other hand, what that does, if you're one of the 30 other NHL GMs, which sounds really, you know what, that's the first time I've said that in a long while. Feels weird that we're still talking there's 30 other, not 29. Good job, Vegas. But 30 other NHL GMs, and you sit here and you're like, ooh, oh, man, that just kind of plays down our power to get a trade done, right? Because if you're trading Jesse Puljujärvi, you're not going to get max value now. I don't care. I don't care if it's fake news, real news, somewhere in between news. It's the fact that there's now this imaginative threat over the top of the name of Jesse Puljujärvi that maybe if he doesn't get what he likes, he bolts. And that's what the guy I'm talking about that was talking all about Jesse Puljujärvi is he might bolt. That's what he was getting at. He's saying bolt, bolt. That's the word I think he used a couple times. And you sit here and you turn that all around, right? Lowers the trade value, lowers Holland and the Oilers' positioning when it comes to negotiations. Realistically, that's what I said. Is this work by his agent? Is this work by Jesse Puljujärvi? Is this work by a family member? Is this something that kind of materialized just to make things go a little bit better in North America? That's the angle I don't want to take. That's the conspiracy, crazy, left field, crazy thinking Oilers fans who think the world's going to blow up at any second when it comes to Oilers land. But that's now a thought that pops into your head when you kind of hear this thing. And then when I've got kind of my side from taking the comments in since February about Jesse Puljujärvi, and you put 4 and 4 together and get some kind of 9, well, oh man, okay, maybe there's something there. Probably not. So, again, where does that leave us? That leaves us lower negotiating power, lower trade power, and third option, keep Jesse Puljujärvi. This is maybe the weirdest aspect to come out of this, is this hammers home the need for the Oilers to keep Jesse Puljujärvi now. That is the problem, is now you've got lower negotiation, but you have to keep Jesse Puljujärvi. Because you've got the threat of a bolt, you trade him for lesser value now because of this, and you're going to have to pay him. So, all in that, Jesse Puljujärvi, due to this news, part and parcel, right? Not saying 100% this news changed Jesse Puljujärvi's offseason. No, his rehab, his recovery, and his work ethic going into camp is what's going to change Jesse Puljujärvi's offseason and season. That's what really does it for him. However, this is one of those things that pops up in the offseason that makes you pause, go, wait a second, oh my, we're probably fine. That's all today's news really is, in essence. In essence, guys, that's the thing. In essence, this is nothing. In the larger grand scheme of things, when we sit here and look that maybe Jesse Puljujärvi gets, instead of what everyone was hoping for, a $1.75 million contract, he gets a $2.1. That's where you'll know how much this played a factor. But right now, we're fine. He's still negotiating with the Oilers. He's working and training in Edmonton, and everything is progressing as expected. The NHL is still the first option for Jesse Puljujärvi. Right there. That's what... Take a relax, calm down, we're fine, we're good, we're golden, we're going to be great. Right? That's literally where you put it. So, tough news to kind of wake up to, but by this time where you've already beat it to death, and you're coming here just to beat the dead horse a little bit more with me, well, guess what? I think we've got a very good handle on what this all means in the right now, future, and the big picture. I think we understand where we're going each with this. Guys, let me know if maybe I missed something and you're really keen on something I said or something I didn't say. Let me know in the comments section down below. If you're scrolling down there, definitely stop, leave a like, dislike. Let me know how you like this video. Just rate it a little bit for me. And of course, subscribe if you're new or returning for your second, third, fourth, 25th video. Join it. Just you get the videos faster. That's all I can say. You get your Oilers talk. Instead of waiting until 8 o'clock, seeing that I posted at 4, you get your video at 5 o'clock. Guys, I'm Tyson, this Stolen TV. I'll leave that link to my merch store. All I want you to do is just go check it out. Give me some feedback in the comments if you can. And I'll get some tester items on. I'll get some stickers out. And I'll get that all reviewed for you. And then we'll start discussing that closer to probably July 1st. Guys, I'm Tyson, this Stolen TV. I am up on out of here.